Today we're going to be looking at extremely rare and obscure Plants vs. Zombies plush that basically no one knows about. And there's a very high chance that some people watching this video might not even have heard about this plush set before I made this video. So with that said, welcome to a look at the Plants vs. Zombies Momotoy plush set. Let's start off with the first plush in the set, which is the sunflower. Now all the plushes in the set are extremely small because, well, they're all supposed to be keychains. So they aren't as big as your normal plushes that you would see made by companies like Linkson. And overall, the sunflower plush is actually pretty weird looking. Now this plush's leaf base is pretty inaccurate because it only has 2 leaves on it instead of the 4 it's supposed to have. But there does seem to be some detail of this one picture we have of this plush on the leaves. And that's why making this video will be very hard because, well, you can't really see the plushes that well because there's barely any images of them. The stem is very skinny and it should be a little bit thicker, and it also has a metal rod in it so it could hold up better. Because if the stem didn't have a metal rod in it, the plush wouldn't even be able to stand up at all. And this plush's face is overall pretty weird looking. The plush's face is like a lighter color than a normal sunflower's face would be, and it's closer to like the color of the light face sunflower made by Linkson. It also has petals on the outside of the head, which overall look really weird because, well, they all are combined together. The plush's petals could also get really damaged because, well, they're only made out of felt. And the embroidery on the face of the sunflower is overall pretty weird looking and does not look accurate how it's supposed to look. Overall, the sunflower plush is really not that good, and it overall looks pretty weird to how the sunflower is actually supposed to look. Now, if you want this plush, you basically have no chance of getting it because, well, it only has like this one image of it and it is extremely rare. But the only places I would recommend searching for this is maybe like Mercari, eBay, or Zanyu. Now let's move on to the next plush in this set, which is the jalapeno. Now this jalapeno is in the right shape and overall looks pretty good to how the jalapeno is supposed to be shaped. And the stem on the top of the head actually looks pretty good, and I can't really tell if it's either stitched on or glued on. But either way, it looks pretty nice. It also has some embroidery on the face, which overall looks pretty good and pretty accurate to how the jalapeno is supposed to look. One detail on the teeth they kind of miss is that they're missing the gums below the teeth, which is how the jalapeno is supposed to look, so that's one detail that they're kind of missing on this plush. But yeah, besides that, this plush is actually pretty good in terms of accuracy to how the jalapeno is supposed to look, and it has all the correct details on it. It is definitely a lot better than the last plush we looked at in the set. But just like the sunflower, it's extremely rare and you basically have no chance of finding it. And now let's move on to the next plush in the set, which is the tall nut. And now the tall nut's actually in a pretty good shape and is actually very accurate to how it's supposed to look. It also has nice embroidery on the face and it overall looks really accurate to how the expression of the tall nut looks. And it actually probably has to be one of the better plushes in the set because, well, it has all the accurate details on it. It looks pretty good to how it's supposed to look. And it seems like they put a lot of effort into this plush and making it look accurate to how it's supposed to look, unlike other plushes in the set. But yeah, if this plush wasn't so rare, I would definitely get it, but it is extremely rare and you basically have no chance to find it because it only has one image of it. And now let's go into one of the more strange plushes in the set, which is the cactus. Now the shape of the cactus plush is overall pretty accurate to how the shape of the cactus is supposed to look. And the top of the plush's head is overall pretty accurate to how it's supposed to look, except it isn't made out of the best material because, well, it's made out of felt. And, well, obviously the felt on the top of the head could get damaged. But one of the weirdest details about this plush is that for some reason it has felt flaps over its eyes. And this by far has to be the strangest detail of any plush in the set because, well, it makes no sense at all. Because, well, there's just these like yellow felt flaps in front of the eyes, just covers them a lot, and overall it just makes the plush look a lot worse of what it would have been. And if they got rid of these felt flaps in front of the eyes would actually look pretty good, but you can't really see them because of this. And, well, the rest of the plush is pretty good in it. Well, there is one more weird detail about it. Because, well, these prickles overall look pretty weird looking, and they're stitched onto only the arms and only this one side of the arm, so they're not on the back of them. And it overall looks pretty weird for the rest of the plush not to have this at all and to only be on the arms of the plush. And it's overall just another really strange decision this company made when making this plush set. And, well, this plush probably has to be the most common in the set because someone actually owns this plush, and it's the only plush in the set that someone actually owns. So out of every plush in the set, you probably have the highest chance of finding this one, but it's still basically impossible to find because there's only one person that has it and there's barely any images of it. And now let's go into the final plush in the set, which is by far the strangest, being the Peashooter. Now the reason I saved this plush for last is because, well, it has the weirdest detail, being the head is actually yellow instead of green. And, well, this detail on this plush literally makes no sense at all for existing. Because, well, the rest of the Peashooter plush is actually a little accurate to how it's supposed to look because, well, yeah, the leaf base only has 3 leaves on it when it's supposed to have 4, but it actually looks somewhat good. But the face is overall just a really weird detail about it. It makes this plush actually really unique but not accurate at all. So in terms of accuracy, this plush is really bad, but in terms of like how it looks, it actually looks pretty funny. Because well, there's like no other Peashooter plush that looks this off model. It's overall pretty good because of that. It's just one of those cases when a product looks so off model, it actually looks kind of funny and you want to get it. And I would definitely get this plush if it wasn't extremely rare. But yeah, besides the yellow head, the rest of the plush is pretty weird in terms of accuracy because well, it doesn't really have that many good looking details. It only has 3 leaves on the leaf base instead of 4, and also the leaves are just really flat looking like on the sunflowers. Also the stem is just really long and skinny. I think it would have looked better if they made it a bit wider, and also has a metal rod in it to make it stand up a little better. And the leaf on the back of the head is the same exact pattern as the leaves on the leaf base. And well, the stitching on the head is actually pretty good and it's pretty accurate to how it's supposed to look. But yeah, it's overall just pretty funny that they made the head yellow instead of green, and this makes this plush really unique and funny looking. And well, if this plush wasn't so rare, I would definitely recommend getting it. Because well, it's just a really unique plush that's basically on no other Plants vs. Zombies plush that you'll see. But yeah, which plush is your favorite? Mine's probably the Peashooter, but comment down below yours, and yeah, have a great day.